What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a solo review on the movie Fighting with My Family as a special request from Mr. Diaz. Now, talking about Fighting with My Family, it is about a wrestler, a girl wrestler. It's a wrestling movie. It's based off a true story about a famous wrestler named Paige. And this story is about how she made it to the WWE. It's about the training that she had to go through to get to the WWE. And the reason it's called Fighting with My Family, it's really not because she's fighting with her family. Her brother and her, this is in the trailer, her brother and her wanted, like, this is what they wanted their whole life. And they both get an equal opportunity to make it to the training because some recruits called. And at the end of the day, the brother doesn't make it to the training and she does. And it creates a tension between them. And that's why it's called Fighting with My Family. But other than that, going into the story, it's all it really is. It's about how she made it to the WWE, the training that she had to go through, and all the obstacles in the way to get there. Going into that, the acting, the girl who plays as Paige, her name is Florence, and I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, so I'm going to say Pugh, what I think it is pronounced. Florence Pugh, she plays as Paige. I've never seen her anywhere else in another movie. I know she's played in other movies, but not that I can remember or not that I noticed. I think she did a really good job because, you know, you got to think someone in real life who's going through training, a very tough training, they become emotionally, you know, not unstable, but they have their moments when they're like become really sad, very frustrated because they're going through something so tough. And she does a very good job at portraying that she's very frustrated in certain scenes, and she does a good job at being very angry or very sad, or, you know, I think she did an excellent job. And her brother as well, the man who plays as her brother, his name is Zach Knight. I think he did a very good job as well in the acting. There are a couple other actors, but I'm not going to go into them because they're not main characters. There are a couple of famous wrestlers. The Rock is in it. Big Show's in it. There's a couple other wrestlers that are there that are in the movie. The visuals in the movie, you know, it's nothing too crazy. You know, there's no real like CGI or special effects like that for the most part. And I think they did a good job at you know, camera angles and all of that good stuff. I think they did a pretty good job. There was nothing where I looked at a scene and I was like, that looks kind of off. None of it looked off. It all looked very real. It looked very well, and I think they did a good job at that. And then the pacing of the movie, the pacing was pretty good. It kept me interested the whole time. It kept my friends interested the whole time. And it kept me paying attention and wanting to see what happened next. Not that I'm not a fan of wrestling, but I didn't really care for wrestling, so I don't know too much about wrestling when it comes to other certain superstars. So I wasn't sure what how accurate the story was compared to the real story. And friends of mine who are very into wrestling, they said it was pretty good for the most part in accuracy to what really happened in real life. So for those of you who want to know that, that's what I was told, so I believe them. I was asked if this was a kid-friendly movie. I'm not going to say that it is, and I'm not going to say that it isn't, if that's certain people's opinion, because certain people think that wrestling is not kid-friendly, and certain people think that wrestling is kid-friendly. And in wrestling, you have them talking trash to each other, you have them using foul language. The girls are basically in bikinis. There's a lot of cleavage. There's a lot of butt showing. Like, you know, sometimes the guys kiss the girls on stage in front of everybody. You know, some people won't consider that kid appropriate. Some people do. So if you think that wrestling itself is kid appropriate, then I don't think you'd have a problem bringing your kid to this movie. I don't think this movie is focused for the kids. It's more focused for adults. They show, you know, one kid that he was selling drugs, but they don't go too much into that. You know, there is a good amount of cursing and stuff. So, you know, that's on you if you want to bring your kid to go see it, but it is not focused for kids to watch it. Do I think it did its job? Yeah, I think it did its job. It, like I said, it kept me interested. You know, I liked the movie. I really did, even though I didn't know, who Paige was. So, do I think it was worth it? Yeah, I think it was worth it. This movie has been out for a little bit now, but if you want to go see it, go see it. If I'm not sure if it's still in theaters. If it's not, I do think you should, it's a good movie to watch at home. If it's out, I think you should go get it and watch it. So that being said, this movie wasn't, it wasn't crazy, but it was a decent movie and I enjoyed it. So eyes wise, I would give it 4. I would give it 4 eyes because it was a solid movie. It was a solid movie, and like I said, from my understanding, it was pretty accurate. And it did a good job. It really did. So, 4 eyes. Actually, I got my 4 eyes right here. I don't even know where my other eyes are. But, here's my 4 eyes. Again, we did this as a special request from Mr. Diaz. Thank you for commenting, liking, and watching our video. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, 6 Eye Reviews. 6 as in the number 6, I as in EYE, and reviews with an S at the end. That's all I have for you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Mr. Diaz. Keep the love and support. We really appreciate you guys. Take it easy.